In this video, I'll be sharing 3 unconventional curls that really focus on the way to stretch. Now before we get started, it should be noted that it's entirely possible that the biceps don't actually benefit from stretch-mediated hypertrophy. This is due to their length-to-tension relationship, in which the sarcomeres don't extend past the working length where passive tension would normally occur. Therefore, basic dumbbell and barbell curls where the mid position is emphasized may be best. However, this doesn't change the fact that historically, some of the best biceps around were developed in curls where the arms are behind the body and most difficult in the length position. This includes everyone from old school bodybuilders to gymnasts. So there's mechanisms than reality. Not to mention the fact that the long head does get biased more from those variations, which could enhance your biceps peak even though their shape is mostly genetic. And so what we can really argue is that you won't get superior growth, but the stimulation is still insane. Plus, stretch-based curls allow you to get more or less weight, reduce training staleness, and develop joint-specific strength, which could help you in other avenues. So this video is going beyond the topic of hypertrophy, though I'd also assert that we don't have all the answers right now, and I want to see trials where mid and lengthened curls are compared with real-world growth outcomes. Anyway, disclaimer aside, let's now get into what you came here for. The first exercise is the supine bench dumbbell curl. This was popular in the bronze and silver era bodybuilding way before incline curls were a thing. It was the original way of maximally stretching the biceps and also practiced by gymnasts who perform front raises from this position to assist the Maltese and planche. This curl was typically done off a wooden box or a simple flat bench where the arms would extend way past the body at an extreme angle. This creates a mechanical disadvantage and pulling sensation that might scare you into thinking your biceps are being torn off. Truly intense and consequently results in significantly reducing the weights. So whatever an incline curl strips off, these may be close to double that. You might go from 45 pounds all the way down to 25, which means supine bench curls aren't an overloading motion. It's best done for higher reps, say in the 12 to 15 zone with a controlled tempo, particularly in the bottom. Regarding form, the best way is to be totally flat against the bench with your scapula retracted. Though, if your shoulders or chest hurts, which I've personally never experienced, then you want to raise your head up a bit. For the arms, I recommend externally rotating them to give you slightly better leverage and bias the long head more. And keep in mind, the stretch is by default going to be hard, so don't worry if this form makes it marginally easier. Don't want to do partials. Worst case, leave a slight bend in the elbow, but certainly don't do half reps from this awkward position. Otherwise, Snap City may be around the corner. So always keep your ego in check and embrace the tendon bulletproofing from extended range of motion. By the way, if this exercise is too intense right now, feel free to substitute it for a low incline curl. Regular incline curls are usually between 45 and 60 degrees, so this modification will be around 30, aka the lowest setting on your bench. So try it out and prepare to be seriously humbled. Secondly, I've taken inspiration from the calisthenics world and modified the best biceps isolator. I'm referring to the Pelican Curl, where the straps are set high and you're essentially curling your body weight with the arms being way behind you. These are insanely hard and most lifters cannot even do 5 reps with good form. So you can imagine why they're so effective. The stretch is nasty, combined with poor leverages. Hence why calisthenics athletes who do Pelican curls all have bodybuilder level biceps, even though they're only lifting their body weight. That said, the steep learning curve could be a huge problem, which is why I came up with a similar alternative. Enter the Pelican Cable Curl. Assuming the same body position with the cable set high, clip some D-handles or rings to a daisy chain or strap and curl away. The stretch is practically identical, but now you have complete control of load management. So it can be used as a standalone developer or assistance lift to the Pelican Curl by building base strength in a specific way. So you can do these standing up with a staggered stance or off your knees. Regardless of form, stability isn't a problem since you're leaning your body way forward and won't be able to match your regular cable curling numbers. Now you can lift a bit heavier, but I still wouldn't go under 6 repetitions. Regarding the sensation, it's similar enough to a low face-away cable curl given the direction of resistance, but anecdotally, I found the stretch intensity to be even greater. I think it's because the arm can still be pulled up higher, but who knows what the exact reason is. Comment down below if you have any ideas. In addition, what's really cool is that you can get away with a single pulley, which is far more convenient for home gym owners and lifters who don't want to use low dual cables at the gym. Those tend to be occupied anyway, whereas the high cables are all over the place. Overall, the Pelican Cable Curl is convenient, effective, and a better option for those who can't do regular Pelican curls yet. Finally, the third exercise I'm providing today is by far the easiest to execute and technically least effective, though still beneficial. It's the face-away double-banded curl, best done in a power rack with D handles. Now, some of you may be asking, don't bands emphasize the squeeze? So why recommend a variation that doesn't maximize the weighted stretch? Well, first of all, the direction of the band is still perpendicular to the starting position of the forearm, with the pulling sensation being constant. So there's still some decent work in the lengthened position, especially during the negative where the overspeed eccentrics are resisted, so the sensation is still awesome. Plus, the bands are not choked, so you'll 100% feel it. 2, the long head remains biased, given the shoulder extension. And 3, what if we don't want the craziest stretch? See, this exercise can be used to ease into harder variations while developing the tendons and connective tissue. If anything, it's one of the best curls for bicep injury prevention. You'll get tremendous pumps, elbows will feel great, and recovery won't be compromised as much since the strength curve is more balanced. And if the mid-range is getting hit more, again, that might not matter if you're factoring in my initial disclaimer. Anyway, progression is simple. Just add more bands. But refrain from using those thicker ones since the weight tension scale in a weird way for curls. You'll want to cap it to a doubled monster mini band, then add minis and micros as you need after that point. You can also stand a bit more forward to further intensify the stretch, but there will be a sweet spot where the end range isn't destroying you either. Oh, and if stability ever becomes an issue, which shouldn't be the case unless you're brutally strong, then simply prop an incline bench right behind you and now you're set forever. Though again, most of you will probably do these curls during mini workouts, light days, or possible warm-ups while sticking to higher repetitions. Therefore, all these little adjustments probably won't even be applicable to begin with. So with that said, that's about all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed these simple yet incredibly underrated bicep weighted stretchers. Let me know which is your favorite, and I'll see you in the next video.